You talk about the chrono. I'm saying men and animal dedicated better now. No, yeah, for a beam. Almost of any view, Tarkwa Kuma, you be seen. But men and animal free to food castle and never Tarkwa Banso. But now, only for one muscle. You will could go, ye, HBB, or 144 Banso. Nedrumibia, Tarkwa Banso for actually Bebe or muscle. And they never know. But now, if you see Nuna a India, Tarkwa Banso could know a beam, made a friend, a Tarkwa beam. Never yet Tarkwa Banso.
Most mines, depending on availability of reserves, expand their operations. In situations where mine pits draw close to communities, they have to be relocated. Ghana Manganese Company, GMC, operating for 100 years now, has one of its pits close to the Banso community.
GMC has got 3 major pits, pit A, B, and C. We are very active now in pit C, and pit C have been subdivided into 3 major areas: C North, Central, and C South. Currently, we are active in C Central and the South.
During 2012 already, it became obvious that the long-term mining plan on GMC will require resettling people from the hazard zone of future mining in Pit C. Pit C is the outmost boundary of our mine, and to expand, mining law requires us to have a 500-meter boundary in which no habitants should happen.
The Banso community is an old town which bubbles with brisk business activity. The town has schools and churches and over 300 households, with only one street running through the township. Houses are clustered, and access through them by walking and even vehicles is a Tarzanian task. At the GMC mines, Pit C North inches closer to the Banso Township, closing the 500 meters gap allowed by the Environmental Protection Agency. Resettlement began by putting up a committee to oversee all activities.
In 2016, I was appointed to kickstart this process, and after the first initial data taking from all Tarkwa Banso, it became quite obvious that we will reach more than 270 houses. During later refining of the data, including all public buildings, we ended up at 308 structures of total, including schools, including churches, including a football park, including all kinds of modern amenities.
Initially, 3 communities or 3 sites were chosen: Site A, Site B, and Site C. But we finally settled on this site. The first site was between 2 traditional areas, and so it was not suitable for the resettlement. Then the second site too was ignored because the community, Tarkwa Banso, they said their ancestors they've settled there before. They don't know why they moved from there to the new place where they are. So the 2 sites were not chosen. So basically we have to use these sites for the resettlement.
It was our responsibility to ensure that with this resettlement, the planning is intact, exact, and that all the approval processes are duly followed. Our role as the Assembly, and for that matter, the Town and Country Planning Department, was to look at facilitate the approval of the spatial plan, and then also the street naming and property addressing.
Deserving individuals were compensated, as well as shop owners.
Buntu ya wamane se minchwa kwa yangu kwa ichiri enko sensuyo nanse Baby, I'm a toilet to cry, no, yeah, no, I didn't. And they said, make a honor, me walk, and she or her, me walk, toilet to her. Me will jar so what, savvy. May baby, I know a Diana did, yeah. I just said, I am.
Miss Marjorie, your chairman said, a baby, you are corner. Me papa, I said, me darling, I had to think them poems will say, go go good. Say, I'm your doom now, banner, Mr. Many job, 1 year. Till I am midday, you see, I'm a cook, you never be postman, which is a miala. To me, Quala, a pa, there be a miscan, and then Yamia Boam could never be you free, toilet free, a dry free. Akuma, that was sick.
The community members were satisfied because the company contracted a certified valuer to value their properties, and they have been paid. In fact, I can say that most of them have been paid, and that the few who have not been paid are in the process of taking their money, so they are satisfied with their compensation. Those who are paid are those whose bidding were below lengthy level. And if your building is below lengthy level, you'll be paid and your building will not be built. But if it is above lengthy level, your building will be built here and you'll not be paid. So that is what went into the valuation of the properties.
This followed the acquisition of land from the local chiefs to build over 300 households. This was followed by groundworks. The groundswork was a mastercraft.
Well, basically, to start with the earthworks, the topography of the ground was a challenge. The nature of the ground was also a challenge. We had a site which was 63% in the swamp. So this means that we had to deal with the swamp. So the challenge was that how do you build a settlement on a site that is 63% swampy? Fortunately, by the nature of the client's business, we had access to the mine waste. So what we did was that we had to carpet the whole site, 63% of the site, with rock base to a minimum of half a meter. In fact, in some places we had to fill up to 2.1 meters of rock fill. And then on top of that, we started our engineering fill. So what that meant is that the water table, even when it rises, there is an underground drainage so that the settlement itself does not have any impact of the low or the swampy nature after the settlement is built. So this was one basic challenge that we really had to deal with. Apart from this, basically the housing construction follows normal principles by regulation, and the known challenges that we know, quality of materials and those things, we will not really call them challenges. These are requirements that we had to meet. So the nature of the ground was the major challenge we had to battle with, which was well engineered and dealt with.
At the new site, buildings are designed to fit modern standards. Each of the households have been built having a toilet, bath, and a kitchen. The new Banso has access roads between the buildings and huge spaces for playgrounds and for hosting events.
On previous projects, you could see we just did gravel splash pad around the houses. Now we have nicely prepared aprons around the houses, and the quality of the materials are high. It's a big upgrade. In fact, and if you look at the preparation of the ground, this means that this settlement is not going to see erosion. And once the drains capture the runoffs, we have completely dealt with the issue of erosion. You see, this is, and you can see with all the rain that has happened, if you take a walk around, you don't see any signs of erosion on the settlement grounds. So far, this is a very good upgrade, and it's a precedence that has been set for new settlements to come.
Resettlement project in started 2012. ɛno na ɔmbɛyɛ rap no na after rap no medi mu akotem paa ɛfiri sɛ sɛ yɛka paa nka mɛka sɛ me mpo na medi anim a resettlement no ɛbaa so ɛfiri sɛ na blessing na impartation a yɛnya no ɛyɛ great nti yɛdi mu akotem paa sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛba so na wɔyi yɛn firi ekuro dada no mu akɔ foforɔ mu ama distance of blessing no impartation na ntumi anyɛ anha yɛn bebree.
We are committed to the welfare of our communities and their long-term sustainability. And so as far as the Tarkwa Banso resettlement project is concerned, the company has gone beyond the norm to provide the state-of-the-art infrastructure and facilities to ensure that the lives of the people who are affected by the project and are moving to the new community would be better off. We provided burglar proofs. As we know it, this has not been part of the standard resettlement project that we know. Beyond that, we have provided a water supply system that would ensure that water flows in the community all year round, all things being equal. Apart from that, the company has also provided a sports stadium. We do believe that all these facilities put together would make our community better off than they used to be.
Me hwe pa dia Joseph Omayade. If say me hwe die go face eyema nuwa trouble for. And then me am kohwe. Na we die metumu say go face James Omayade. If say dan no musi ye no e dan bia single room for toilet cam. Yama fun. Yamo kitchen ya sasa mo zinka go sasa kwa why wadi enti James for my adepa ya sasa ba stand pipes kwa wo da ni anan de ne kra James for my ade sa e je pele no ma ya mata ma asma no go to grant me kwa yem man anema no atamo fo e fi se me hwe de mo ye ma no atamo na me compare do me ye ma Tarkwa Banso na go James for my ade pa
Tarkwa Banso would remain Tarkwa Banso and would still continue to enjoy the support that the company is always giving to them. We do hope that that will be returned. The support that we give to them will return in terms of good relations towards the company.